I see what he loves about you. You're so perfect. Hope you know that you got everything. I messed up and I'm haunted. And if I'm being honest, no matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. So today we are hiking the York plane crash site. This one is located in the Crow's Nest area. As you can see, there's tons of mosquitoes. We are camping at Castle Falls Provincial Park and we did this as a day trip. It's about an hour drive to the trailhead and this one is about 20K. I forget the elevation gain, but I'll update you guys later on in the video. But so far it's up an ATV road. Bring lots of bug spray on this one because there's tons of mosquitoes. And I will see you guys soon in the next clip.
I see what he loves about you. You're so perfect. Hope you know that you got everything. That's something I'm haunted. And if I'm being honest, that's something I'm haunted.
Hey guys, so this is the start of the loop. You can actually drive or bike until this point. So if you have an off-roading vehicle or a truck, you can definitely drive up to this point. So this right here is 2.4K into the hike. We're almost at 2.5. So we'll continue along the trail and I'll give you guys any updates further along. So we've made it to this fork in the road. So one takes you over the creek, I think to the other side of the loop. And this right here, this is where the plane crash site is. So this trail kind of forks off. If you want to access the plane crash site, make sure you follow the signs and go this way. So we'll be there shortly. We're at 6.74K at this mark right now. So we should be there in the next little bit and I'll update you guys when we get to the plane crash.
I want you and only you. I got nothing left to lose. Oh, so I'll keep waiting for you. It's the only thing that I can do to keep my composure. I need you closer. I want you and only you. keep waiting for you. It's the only thing that I can do to keep my composure. Oh, I need you closer, I want you in on me. I want you so I'll keep waiting for you. It's the only thing that I can do to keep my composure. Oh, I need you closer, I want you. So I'll keep waiting for you. It's the only thing that I can do to keep my composure. Oh, I need you closer, I want you and only you. Oh, I need you closer, I want you and only you. Oh, I need you closer,
Hey guys, welcome to the York plane crash site. So there is the plane wreckage behind me. There is more if you keep going down the trail a bit. It kind of looks like it ends right here, but just keep going. There's actually more to see if you go further down. The views here are incredible. Like, I feel like I'm definitely in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. So it is exactly 10K to get to the spot. And it took us, I want to say, a bit over 3 hours. And we've been here for probably like an hour just chilling and eating. We'll be heading back down really shortly, and I don't think it's going to take us quite as long. This one is actually pretty steep to get to this point. There is quite a few steep hills, and then eventually there is a series of switchbacks to get you here. Also, just be mindful, there is lots of ATVs on the trail and you're sharing the trail with them. This is a multi-use trail. Also, this is past the park boundary, just probably about 3 kilometers or maybe even 2 kilometers. So yeah, that is all for this one. I will see you guys in the after hike summary.
Yeah. Unknown Brain, Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that
Hello. I am about 3.5-ish K back from the car. I ran out of water a long time ago, back when I still had 8K left, and I'm like dying. It's so hot out. So if you are planning to do this hike in the summer, definitely bring more than 2 liters of water. I thought I had enough. I had like 2.5 liters. I would bring like 4 if that's at all possible. I also forgot all of my water filters, my life straw water bottle. Everything's at home. So I'm hoping that I can get back, you know, very quickly because it's so hot out. So I will see you guys in the after hike summary. Bye.
find somebody else to love you one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
welcome to my after hike summary for the North York Creek Plane Crash Trail. So this is a completely different hike that I have ever done before. This not only takes you through the mountains, but it also takes you to a plane crash site. So I'll get into more of the history on the plane crash, but before that, I'll talk about the distance, elevation gains, and trail conditions, all of that good stuff. And I'll let you guys know my experience of the overall hike. So this hike is located in the Crow's Nest Pass in Castle Provincial Park. Well, part of it is in the provincial park. You do get to a point in the trail where you cross the park boundary, but it is located specifically in Coleman, Alberta. So that's where you will leave your car and you will start the hike onto the trail. So we did this hike during the week. It had a lot of people. It was very busy for it being a Monday, and I was actually surprised. I honestly didn't think that there would be anyone on the trail, but I also have to think that it is summer and there is a lot of people out there camping. Lots of ATVs on the trail as well. So this is a shared trail. So you are going to be sharing the trail with other people, a lot of people. So you're going to be sharing this with mountain bikers, with people that have ATVs, and with other hikers. So keep that in mind. We were actually the only 2 hikers that went all the way up to the plane crash site that particular day. Everyone else that had come up there, which was few and far between, were on ATVs. So this trail I clocked in at 21.3 kilometers with an elevation gain of 752 meters. All in all, I would classify the hike itself as moderate. I don't think it was anything too difficult, but you do have to keep in mind the length and the weather conditions that you're going in. Castle can get very, very hot, especially in the summertime. So you need to make sure you bring a lot of water. And I do also have to mention there is tons of mosquitoes on the trail. So if you are like a mosquito buffet like me, mosquitoes absolutely love me. They will be biting you everywhere, so make sure you stop and you spray yourself with bug spray pretty much every time you stop. Every time I stopped, I noticed that they would kind of swarm me. They weren't really biting me because I was wearing layers and layers of bug spray, but when that bug spray started wearing off, I was getting bites literally everywhere. There's a lot of puddles and lots of mud on the hike itself, so definitely a breeding ground for mosquitoes. And you do have to watch out for those when you are hiking the trail. You kind of have to go into the tree line a bit to avoid, you know, those things on the hike. So yeah, there's that. I did run out of water because I have a live straw, okay? I have 2 actually. I have one that's just the straw and one that comes in a bottle. So that is like perfect for backpacking, perfect for these really long hikes. However, I left it at home and it was like an instant regret when I started the trail. I was like, I hope I have enough water. I also have a fairly new water bladder from Amazon because the hose on my old one, not really the hose, but like the mouthpiece, started becoming defective after like 3 years of having it and using it all the time. So I did buy a new one on Amazon, and my new water bladder is only 1.5 liters. It was marketed as 2 liters, and on the bladder itself, it has the 2-liter mark, but it's only 1.5 liters because I know this because I actually tested it. I filled it with a 1.5 liter Dasani bottle, and that's all it could handle. There was no room in the bladder itself. So I went on this hike with 1.5 liters of water and I think a Joy Burst, which is like 500 ml. So it's like 2 liters of water. I thought I would be fine because, well, it was a hot day. It was a really hot day. It was like probably 28 to 30 degrees, but I thought I would have been fine, and I wasn't. After we visited the plane crash site and we were headed down, I still had 8 kilometers left and I didn't have any water for those 8 kilometers. And this has happened before. This has happened when I did Panorama Ridge, which is 30 kilometers, which is fair. For 30 kilometers, you know, you do need an incessant amount of water. I obviously wasn't thinking, and I had actually bought my Life Straw bottle for moments like this, for really long hikes on really hot days. That was my lesson learned for this hike, is you need to bring a lot of water. I feel like this trail for the most part is actually pretty well marked. If you do have a map to go off of, I use All Trails. The map on All Trails is very accurate. It did take me exactly to where I wanted to go, which was the plane crash site. There is different forks in the trails, different trails veering off into different ways because this is an ATV trail for the most part. So you do have to watch out for the forks in the road and go the correct way. Otherwise, it is pretty easy to follow. There is trail markers along the trail. There is a sign literally that says plane crash site this way, and you know when to go that way versus cross the river and go the other way, which takes you back to the parking lot. So make sure you do have a map for this one, lots of water, and bug spray. Those are the only 3 things you really need. Oh, and really good shoes, because 21 kilometers on uncomfortable shoes is not going to be fun. Poles are helpful on the way down because there is some steep sections, but this one is pretty straightforward. It does have its ups and downs. It does have really steep grades uphill, and then it goes back down and then goes back up again. So it's definitely like a lot of this throughout the whole hike. If you don't like that, then this is probably not the hike for you. However, it takes you to a really, really cool destination, which is the plane crash site. So Royal Canadian Air Force Flight 636 crashed here on January 19th, 1946, killing all crew members, and parts of the plane are still left over in this area. The site is also marked by iron crosses around the wreckage. I don't think all wreckage is completely there. Maybe some of the wreckage is actually underneath the snow that really doesn't melt. There is a wing and there is the tail of the plane. Didn't see the front of the plane. This is a very, unpredictable climate. It is right in the mountains, very, very high up in elevation with unpredictable weather. And of course, it's decades and decades later. So there isn't very much left of the wreckage, but what's there is actually really cool to look at, but really sad at the same time. Make sure if you do this hike, be respectful of where you are. You are at a plane crash site. Don't deface the plane in any way or anything like that. Be respectful of what it is. Be respectful that it is on grounds where people died, and definitely leave the site the exact way that you found it or better. So if you're wondering how the plane crashed, it actually crashed into one of the surrounding mountains. It was on its way from Comox, BC to Halifax, Nova Scotia. At one point in the flight, the plane began icing, which is, I've watched a lot of plane crash documentaries, so I'm very aware that this is something that could happen, especially back then on planes and stuff like that. So basically it caused one of the engines to fail. They had one engine left and a lot of weight on the plane, so they could not maintain a steady elevation, and they could not clear the surrounding mountains, which are really tall. So it did crash into the mountain and land by North York Creek, and it took rescuers a couple days to get there. They snowshoed there and they had to toboggan all the bodies back. The bodies of the crew members were actually buried in their respective hometowns. That was the plane crash and a little bit of history around the area. So definitely take a moment of silence to respect the people that died there, and be respectful of the area if you decide to hike this trail. That is about it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click that subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.
I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours.